Today I'm reviewing a 2013 Ford Explorer. The Explorer was first introduced to the US market in 1991 and is now in its 6th generation. This vehicle is part of the 5th generation that ran from 2011 to 2019. With the introduction of the all-new 5th generation Explorer, we see a number of vast changes from the prior generations that came before it. Probably the most notable difference is that it goes away from the body on-frame construction that we saw previously, and it's now unibody construction, meaning that it's built on a car chassis. And it's actually built on the same chassis as the Ford Flex and the Ford Taurus models, and that chassis finds its origins in the Volvo S80. With that, it's much smoother, it's quieter, it's more comfortable, it's got better handling and better fuel economy. The downside is that it's not going to be as off-road capable as those prior generations. The other thing that we see as a really major change in the 5th generation Explorer is that it now has a very modern, sleek appearance to it. And the development of this vehicle was actually overseen by the same chief engineer who oversaw development of the 2005 Land Rover Range Rover model when Land Rover was still under Ford ownership. And so you can see a number of styling cues in that Range Rover model carried over to the Explorer. And it really does come together very nicely. It's got a very modern, sleek, athletic appearance to it. The 5th generation Explorer is available in a number of different trim packages. They've got the base model, the XLT, this is the limited package, and then they also have a sport model. Now starting up here at the front, you'll see it's got a very sleek appearance to it, very stylish, very sporty, and it really does have a very nice premium edge to it as well. You'll see that the grille is very large with a nice mix of brushed aluminum and chrome accents, very modern headlight design. The hood's got a nice bulge in it and some real nice character. And then you'll see that our bumper's got some fog lights integrated down below. Side profile of the vehicle, again, is very athletic. It's got a really nice look to it. Some nice creases here in the sheet metal on the side. Chrome accents along the bottom of the doors here. And then we've got just a very subtle fender flare at both the front and rear of the vehicle. Now another cool styling cue on the Explorer that again is kind of one of those carryovers from that Range Rover model is the number of these pillars on the vehicle are blacked out. So you've got the A pillar, the B pillar, and the D pillar all blacked out. C pillar is the only one that's got that body color. So it kind of gives this floating effect on the roof of the vehicle, really nice stylish appearance. You'll see up top that we've got integrated side rails. We've got the Explorer lettering embossed across the mirror here, and then side blinkers. Chrome door handles on this limited package, as well as a smart key, so automatic locking and unlocking if the key's in your pocket, and a really nice set of stock 20-inch wheels. Coming around at the back of the vehicle, again, very stylish back here. Got a nice little spoiler up here on the top with a third brake light, and then a very stylish tail light design, very sporty. Again, has a little bit of the same look that you see in that Range Rover model, so kind of one of those carryovers. Nice chrome strip along the back here, again with the Explorer lettering embossed there. And then you'll see that we've also got the dual exhaust and parking sensors integrated in the rear bumper. So as you can see, the Explorer is a very attractive vehicle all around with a lot of inspiration coming from that Land Rover Range Rover model. Very sleek when compared with those prior generations. This 5th generation model is also available in either front wheel drive or all-wheel drive, and it's got a very sophisticated all-wheel drive system that was inspired by Land Rover. It's got a variable center multi-disc differential with computer-controlled locking. The system actually allows the vehicle to send up to 100% of torque to either the front or rear axle of the vehicle, and then it's got a 50-50 split from driver to passenger side. So a very useful system in that sense. On top of that, it's got hill descent control, it's got a hill ascent assist system, and a 4-wheel traction and train management system, giving the vehicle a lot of capability. Although it's not that body on frame construction anymore, it does have a very sophisticated all-wheel drive system. It's going to be very handy for inclement weather driving. Looking inside the interior of the Explorer, you'll see that it's got a very nice overall layout to it, very sophisticated, very premium, and again, a huge improvement over what we saw in prior generations of the Explorer when it comes to fit and finish and build quality. This limited model in particular comes with a really nice level of standard options and features. We've got power windows, power door locks, power mirrors, we've got memory settings for 3 drivers, of course we've got full leather seating surfaces throughout, and this driver's seat is also full power. On the steering column, you'll see we've got control here for electronically adjusting the brake and gas pedal, so a nice feature. And then we'll go ahead and jump in. I mentioned we have that smart key for electronic unlocking and locking. With that, we also get this push button start. And you'll see we've also got a really futuristic looking instrument cluster here with LCD screens on both the left and right hand side of that speedometer. On the steering wheel, we've got controls on the top left here for adjusting that left LCD, top right for the right LCD screen, cruise control on the bottom left, and then Bluetooth down here in the bottom right. So really cool overall look to it. Really nice design. And then in our center dash here, we've got a nice large screen that functions as a backup camera. Also has audio controls, climate controls, navigation, a number of vehicle settings. Down below that, you'll see that we've got a CD player and a Sony audio system, so great sound characteristics. We've got AM/FM radio, we've got a CD player, and you can also connect a phone or other Bluetooth device using hardwired connection. You'll see down below here, we've also got some auxiliary connections. We've got a couple USB outlets and then another 12-volt outlet down below that. And then this vehicle is also equipped with Microsoft's Sync system. So pretty functional system overall. Below that we've got our climate controls. Obviously we've got heat and air conditioning, and it is a dual zone system for driver and front passenger with heated seats for driver and front passenger. Of course we've got an automatic transmission. We've got 2 cup holders, and then that terrain traction control system that I mentioned earlier with 4 different modes. We've got our normal mode for 2-wheel drive operation. We've got our snow mode for low traction situations. We've got sand mode and mud mode, and then hill descent control in the middle. And then we've also got a nice large center console here, and you'll see we've got a 12-volt outlet inside. And then looking up above, we've got the ability to program 3 garage door openers in the driver visor here. We've got a compartment for sunglasses, and then we've also got a self-dimming rear view mirror. Looking into the middle row of the Explorer, you'll see it's very spacious back here. Middle seat folds down into an armrest with 2 cup holders. Got 2 more cup holders down here in the center console. And we've got a power outlet, another 12-volt outlet, as well as climate control for the rear of the vehicle. And then our door compartments also have an additional cup holder and some more storage space. Now to access the 3rd row seat, we've got a 2-step process. This lever can also be used to recline back these middle row seat backs. Pull 1 time to drop down the seat back, and then we'll pull it a 2nd time to access the 3rd row. This is a little tricky to do with just 1 hand. And you'll see that it comes up in a 60-40 split, so you can access from either the driver or passenger side. And we've got 2 seats back here in the 3rd row. Cup holder and some storage space on each side, and a pretty good amount of leg room for that 3rd row seat. Put our seat back into position quite easily. Coming around to the back, open up this rear hatch, and you'll see you've got a pretty good amount of rear cargo space. The floorboard drops down really low in this vehicle, which is very handy for getting a lot of gear into the back. And then if you don't have a need for these 3rd row seats, they do drop down quite easily. Pull this strap here, drop down that headrest, pull this red strap to drop down the seat back, and then pull this strap to disengage the seat, and drops down into the floor quite easily. Do that one more time. Pull this strap, this one to drop the seat back, and then that guy to pull this down. And again, you'll see plenty of cargo space back here with that 3rd row seat down. We've also got an additional 12-volt outlet back here. The 5th generation of the Explorer is available in front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, and for the 2013 model year, you have your choice of 3 different powertrain options. The base engine is only available on front-wheel drive models. It's a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo with 237 horsepower and 250 pound-feet of torque. It's got an EPA rating of 20 miles per gallon in the city and 27 miles per gallon on the highway. Next up, we've got the 3.5-liter V6 in this vehicle, which sees a bump to 290 horsepower and 255 pound-feet of torque. It's got an EPA rating of 17 miles per gallon in the city and 23 miles per gallon on the highway, and sees a 0 to 60 time of 7.5 seconds. Lastly, we've got the Explorer Sport model, which comes with a 3.5-liter V6 twin turbo with 365 horsepower and 350 pound-feet of torque. That vehicle sees an EPA rating of 16 miles per gallon in the city and 22 miles per gallon on the highway, and does 0 to 60 in a very quick 5.9 seconds. All 3 of those powertrains are paired to a 6-speed automatic transmission, and max tow capacity on the Explorer is 5,000 pounds. Now, if you're looking to get into a 3-row crossover vehicle, you have a ton of options to choose from. There are so many different vehicles out there, but I firmly believe that the Ford Explorer is one of the best options among them. It's very stylish on the exterior, Likewise, inside it's got a really nice overall layout to it, much higher quality materials than what we're used to seeing in the Explorer. It's got a very luxurious overall feel to it, tons of luxury and tech features. And then when it comes to drivability, the Explorer is a great vehicle. It's incredibly smooth, it's quiet, it's comfortable, be an awesome family vehicle for long road trips in that sense. As much as the Explorer has changed over the years, and you know, some people may wish that it had some more of that old school nature that we saw in the first 4 generations, you know, in terms of just being very plain, very simple, very rugged, and much more off-road capable, this vehicle really is meeting the needs of its buyers much better. Because let's be honest, most people buying an Explorer are buying it as a family vehicle. It's something that they're using to run errands around town, going on family trips, and this vehicle is going to do that very well. So that's the 5th generation model of the Ford Explorer. A very nice vehicle all around, stylish on the exterior. Inside it's very spacious, it's luxurious, a lot of great luxury and tech features. Drivability is very good, it's very smooth, it's quiet, it's comfortable, it's powerful, good in terms of fuel efficiency, and just a very solid vehicle all around. If you have any comments or questions on the Explorer, leave them in the section below. For more car reviews, be sure to subscribe. In the meantime, thanks for watching.